It is Thursday afternoon, and you already know what it is, my people. It is Europa League time. And this afternoon, Arsenal welcome an unadventurous PSV down to the carpet for this Europa League group stage match. And honestly, 1-0, pretty simple win. PSV didn't really come out. Let's get into it. For what I thought was going to be our hardest Europa League group stage match, Arteta, he names a very, very strong side, a very attacking side today. Saka, Vieira, Nketiah, and Gabriel Jesus all start today. Tierney is back at left back, and it's very, very clear. Arteta is going for it. If we get all 3 points today, I really don't see us giving us first position in the group, and that's what I expected. But at the same time, I look at this PSV side and I do expect something out of them. Till, Gakpo, and Simmons have all been tearing up the Eredivisie. I know. It's not the same as the Premier League, but at the same time, they have been scoring for fun. I believe they scored about 17 goals in the last 4 games. So I know they have something coming forward. I was expecting a little something out of them. I was expecting this to be a tough match for us. In the first 10 minutes, it was very clear how this first half was going to manifest itself. And it was manifesting itself in Arsenal attacking PSV. It was basically just attack against defense. We camped out in their half. It was a bit of a subdued atmosphere inside the Emirates. Understandably so. It's a weeknight. It's the Europa League. We've been pretty much running through this group like a Tomb Raider. So you already know what it is. And PSV, they were sitting back waiting to counter us. Little disappointing from them. Ruud van Nistelrooy sent his team out with a very much a pragmatic strategy for this game. It was understandable, but pretty disappointing all the same. I know this PSV side, they can entertain, they can score, but they clearly did not feel confident against the Premier League leaders after 10 matches. And we were just camped out in their half, really just probing away, trying to find an opening. And to PSV's credit, they held firm at the back to start out with. From an Arsenal perspective, that first half was just slightly disappointing. We were attacking mainly because PSV were just sitting back, but we were not able to be clinical with our chances at all. Gabriel Jesus had a couple chances, half chances really, that he sort of either whiffed at or sent wide. A couple of the corners, again, we are doing so well on our set pieces this year. The set pieces were, in that first half, I think our most threatening avenue to score on goal. A few hairy moments for the PSV defense, but PSV again in that first half didn't really cause too much of an issue. Not much in general was happening from open play, and I thought we needed a little bit more from Sambi Lokonga and Vieira in that final third. That drop off from Partey and Odegaard down it was a little bit too noticeable today. I did not like how we ended that first half. Credit to Arteta and the coaching staff. They clearly got into the boys at halftime because they came out in that second half with just a little bit more attacking impetus, a little bit more electricity in their bodies. It was good. It was good to see. And we started off the half really, really threatening. The PSV keeper, he had to make a couple of really good saves. Probably the best one came from Saka. He was through on goal. I really kind of wanted him to see him put that away. He's missed. That's the second sort of breakaway that he's shot right at the keeper. He needs to improve on his finishing when it comes to those kind of chances. And with 25 minutes left in the match, Arteta, he rings the changes, and we're lucky that we can bring on players like this. Arteta sends on Partey and Odegaard, and honestly, it's time to go for the kill. 70 minutes in, and it is 1-0 to the Arsenal. Our pressure finally pays. The substitutes didn't have too much to do with that, but again, wave after wave of pressure against these teams. I think they can sit back against us. You think it's going to be a comfortable day, huh? Just putting all 10 men behind the ball, Simmons behind the ball, Gakpo behind the ball, Till behind the ball. No, sirree, that is not going to work for 90 minutes. Odegaard, he plays in Tomiyasu, who he crosses the ball in. It takes a slight deflection, which makes the goal all the more better, because Granit Xhaka hits it on the half volley right into the corner. Beautiful finish from him. Well done. That first goal was always going to be really important for us to get, because if PSV got it, they would just sit back even deeper and try to snuff the game out. But we get the first goal, and the last 15 minutes were much more open as PSV, they try to push higher and higher up the pitch. But we still had the better chances in the last 15 minutes to round out the game. And that's it. So that is pretty much how the game wound out. 1-0 to the Arsenal. PSV didn't really do too much in the final third. They only had one shot on goal. We had 24 shots. I believe only 8 or 9 of them were on goal, but wow. We overwhelmed them in that final third. The scoreline doesn't really reflect it, but we definitely deserve to win the game. Well done to the boys. And now I'm going to look at these standings, and it is looking mighty, mighty good, my people. Woo, 4 wins out of 4, 12 points so far in the group stage. We're 5 points clear of PSV with 2 matches to play. So we've qualified for the knockout stages. We're only a point shy of getting first place. And honestly, if you don't know by now, that's very important this year in the Europa League, because the first place team avoids the Champions League dropouts and goes right into the round of 16 instead of having to play in that round of 32. So really good for the boys. Excellent home day out in Europe. You know, it might have not been the most entertaining match, but 3 points is all we needed here, and it's good that no one got any injuries. Some people that haven't really played, like Nelson and Ketia and Vieira and Sambi Lukonga, who are all looking for game time, they played significant minutes today. So I'm pretty pleased. Thank you for sticking with me, my people. Please slap that like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.